The rule of third is imaginary lines on your camera, the horizontals and then the verticals. It divides your screen into three. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So yes, it's actually part of the basics of filmmaking that everybody seems to like underrate in recent times, and I do not know why that is it, but I kind of feel like it actually depends on the involvement, right? Because most of the big creators out here, the big DOPs, the Steadicam operators out here are actually relying on this thing like heavily. But when it comes to like low-level creators, that's where they draw the line, and they underrate that section so hard. So yes, today I'm here to tell you like 3 reasons why personally I think you should actually take control of your rule of third. You should actually go back to your rule of thirds and then start using them. So first of all, it actually helps you focus on what you need to see in the shot. Just take this shot for example. Just look at me. I'm in the center, so I'm talking to you directly. In as much as there is light around me and everything, I'm talking to you directly. That's how the rule of third actually helps with the whole positioning thing. And with rule of thirds, right? When you are making a composition with the rule of third, no matter how tight the subject is in frame, once you use the rule of third, it actually makes sense. It's able to like create that space for the frame. Once you use the rule of third and then you are able to communicate what you really want to communicate, you are good. No matter how tight the frame is, you are good, right? So the rule of third, first of all, actually helps you focus on what you want the audience to see. So you can actually create that by using the rule of third. If you place the person on the right, it means the person is definitely talking to someone on the left. Or if there is no person in there, right, it just means the person is actually talking to some people, right? So where you place the person on the rule of third helps with composition and also communicates a lot to the audience visually, a lot to the audience. So let's just use let's just go to our second point. So yeah, the second point here is rule of third actually adds balance to the shot without you having to do so much work. You see, this shot is very balanced. There is a little space here, there is a little space here, there's a little space here, but I'm in the center. I could equally go to the right, and then there would be a lot of space here, but it's going to communicate something. You feel the balance. Once you use the rule of third, you are going to feel the balance, and that is something that you can't take away from the rule of third. It's part of filmmaking. Like no matter what level you are, balance is actually very important. Else your shot is going to look like crazy, right? So yes, rule of third actually helps with the balance of the whole shot. So from here we are going to our third point. So just as I was saying in the first point, rule of third actually helps with compositioning and you're able to document with a story. So let's just say someone is trying to look somewhere and then you put the person on the third and then you create a space right in front of them. Story-driven shots. So don't underrate the rule of third, because without the rule of third, your shot is going to look like anyhow. There's not going to be emphasis, no balance, no creativity, nothing. See, sometimes with all this, start with what you have conversation. Just learn the basics and then start with what you have. Because trust me, even if you don't have lights, if you don't have the best of camera and you know some of these things, you know, like the rule of third, your game be different. Your game is going to be very different. So yes, this is where we end the whole thing. And then I gave you 3 points. First of all, it helps you focus on what really matters. It actually helps you balance the shot without having to think. And then also, it actually creates like story-driven shots. So my name is Blaq from Afro-Black Africa Shows. This is the point where we actually wrap everything up and I tell you guys to go get busy.